Euro, welcome back to Talk That Talk. When we talk that talk, we walk that walk, you dig? My name is Josh, the host that do the most sometimes. Back in the building, my boy Penny Austin in the building to my left. Got EK, three-way to my right. We got Big 40 all the way on the end. Thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe.
All that.
40.
Make sure to subscribe to the podcast, please. We did get one new subscriber this past week, so we do appreciate that one person.
Shout out to you.
Again, if you subscribe, make sure to leave a comment. We'll give you a shout out. We do appreciate it. Hey, again, views are growing, channels growing, but subscribers are not. We do appreciate the support that we do get, but just make sure to hit the subscribe button, man. Little red button. I think it's red.
No, it's not.
Is it red after you click it?
No.
It's not red on?
It's just the white button?
Yeah,
It's just white now.
It says subscribe.
I mean, but yeah.
So if you can read
It says the word subscribe for sure, so make sure to click that button, man. You giving us
highlight that motherfucker.
you giving us a view, man. We're gonna keep bringing y'all the content. Make sure to follow our TikTok page,
Not that
our
type of
Twitter,
content.
our Instagram. We bringing y'all content on those as well, little shorts and everything. And as we get more into the off season, we're gonna have a lot more of those. So just make sure to subscribe to us, man. Follow us on all socials. We do appreciate those of you who have, and those of you who haven't, you lacking.
Yeah, man, bro. Just looking at the last couple shots that I just saw in terms of layups, bro. They not getting off the ground at all, my nigga. They not
We're
getting
currently
off
watching
the
New
ground
York Liberty
at
in the Indiana Fever.
all.
We got that on the TV right
I
now.
ain't even thinking they about to be that bitch. No, sir.
All I did was ask a question. That's all I did was ask a question.
And she about 5'4".
She a good 6 feet. She probably a size.
No,
six.
she
Hey, leave a comment if y'all think within the next 20, 30 years that there'll be regular dunks in the WNBA.
I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut this out the podcast because I just feel like it's going to get aggregated into some sexy shit. And I ain't got time to
You started it. You started it. Yeah. For no reason. Just drive. They not getting off the ground. Like, what made you say that?
You didn't have to say that.
We was way beyond that conversation.
It's terrible.
We started the podcast.
Yeah, we started the podcast. I didn't get the whole intro.
It's his fault.
What I do?
If you ain't say what you said in the group chat, then I wouldn't be too intent though,
I was watching this game. I said that. And I just
trying to agree with you because this is just.
shout out to the WNBA.
Shout out to all the hustlers out there
That
getting
just
that
makes it sound
money.
worse. That shit sounds so patronizing.
You said shout out to the WNBA.
Because they trying, bro. They are really
They're
trying.
growing.
This is a bad start. This is a bad way to start the pod.
It might be a bad start.
WNBA fans, hell yeah.
If we wanted any female viewers at all.
No, shout out to the female viewers.
Well,
They don't like the WNBA too.
I mean,
I don't know too
according
many
to
that.
statistics, males watch WNBA more
I
than
know.
females. So
I know,
it's
but like you said, it's not about the actual product.
ain't-
It's about the way we talk about
they
it.
ain't. But we
So we supposed to give them flowers just cause?
exactly.
Or not talk about it.
Also, because they suck, we ain't supposed to talk about
You would have to do that.
That what it sounds.
We don't have to start the pod that way.
it.
We the NBA playoffs going on, and we talking about game 3 and 4 for the New York Liberty and the Indiana Fever.
Because we trying to
move the needle.
In the
Equality.
You ain't say nothing about Caitlin Clark. You
Because
said
she's a hooper.
you just started talking about how they can't get off the. You said they can't jump.
Yeah.
You started the show saying they can't get off the
Caitlin
ground.
Clark team playing right now, so you know.
But you should have led with Caitlin then.
Well,
You should have
I
like,
ain't
hey,
need nothing with
they can't jump.
with
Caitlin, shoot that bitch though.
I ain't need nothing
Caitlin
with
passed that
You feel
bitch.
me?
Speaking of Caitlin, she's the all-time leader in WNBA history of 25-point, 10-assist games.
And
She's played 44 games.
And all-time leader in the WNBA in 10 turnover games.
Yeah. Yeah.
in 44 games.
44 games, yeah.
Yikes.
So it's 25 and 10 games. 6. That's the record.
Well, hey,
Hey, bro, I've been here for 25 years, bro.
Nobody.
I know, time to
Hey,
stop.
I know, but I was looking at the
Hey,
name.
man,
To
bro,
be-
I lost my first bet to a female because we was outside hooping, right? And she was like, kind of like at half court. We would say, we would say
Sound
like,
like
it was,
it.
nah,
Good, I thought.
it was like half, it
Niggas
was
playing
like
strip
at half
hoops.
court. And she was like, I bet I make this bitch. And then I was like, hell no, But yep,
She hit
took
that
that. Cause she used to, she wasn't female hoopers used to come out there hoop with us every day, but nigga was like,
To your defense, we do tune into some WNBA games. So the
Do
same way we be on ass for football players and NBA players, be on their ass when they sorry. If you sorry. In
You
WNBA,
sorry.
you sorry.
Yes.
They want these equal rights, but they don't want
Yeah, I
these
know.
equal rights.
On the last episode, right? We on the
Am I
same page.
tripping?
Yeah, no, you ain't tripping. You good. You good. Yeah. You
You
good.
just said we could not call these niggas trash.
I was trying to, and y'all said who? You literally supposed to. You said who can't? Who can't?
Exactly.
Like I said, hey, we don't be on ass for
Respect.
equality.
We gonna turn it up just a notch now. Now that we got 40s to prove.
Equality.
Type shit.
Y'all, first off, y'all ain't never needed my approval to do some shit. Cause there's been plenty of times where I've been like, what's going on? And y'all just keep going.
But
I mean,
The
no,
part of this pod.
Yep.
I mean, you
Well-
gotta try to be a little bit. You gotta be helpful.
yeah,
Hey,
You are accessory to murder.
I'm gonna support my.
you got caught.
I'm gonna support my teammates.
Hey, I fuck with it, Russell.
I'm gonna support my
I
teammates.
Russell, Russell.
I fuck with it, Russell. That's what I'm talking about.
Alright, man. Let's
We
get
talking
into
about Russell
the
Wilson and
actual.
Russell Westbrook. Before we get into the action,
Get to the
y'all,
actual topic.
I had to shout out Backwoods for sponsoring this episode. We got some new limited edition, new NOLA version, Banana Foster Backwoods. I'm gonna spark this bitch up at some point in time.
They sponsored the episode.
So, I mean, they sponsored me. So
You said they sponsor me, they sponsor us. I was looking at me like,
I said that.
When the fuck that?
I ain't know this.
Oh, he had no staff meeting about this.
They sponsor me. They sponsor me, so they sponsor this episode. Goddamn it.
Right on, right on.
Okay.
Let's get to it.
Let's
then.
get to it, man.
Go
Alright.
get y'all some Backwoods.
And Backwoods, you can sponsor the show if you want to.
Officially.
We are all available.
Exactly. You sponsor him, you might as well sponsor all of us at this point.
They said what they said.
But we appreciate you supporting our
Thank
guy.
you. Thank you for the support.
Yes, thank you.
Alright, so last
It's so crazy that she did that because the whole time I think I knew she was gonna do it on this side.
Alright,
and I was
waiting.
whatever.
she was waiting.
Got her hair right.
Yeah.
whatever. She cool. You alright?
I got no choice but to be alright. She already is.
She sniffing in his pocket.
And the more you just chill, the more it just
Yeah.
She gonna fall
Alright,
asleep.
so last week we were talking about game sevens and shit.
No, we
so
wasn't.
we were talking about the last game 7 and then we gave our predictions.
Did we?
Yes, that was the last episode.
That was the last episode. We talked about
yeah. Tell them, Josh.
And ever since then, it's been nothing but the conference finals so
Who
far.
played that day?
Thunder Nuggets.
It was
Oh.
yeah, they game
That's
seven.
it.
Yeah, duh. They only one that won 7. The rest of them was 5 game series.
Yeah.
Mhm,
The
mhm.
NBA sucks.
So
Wait a minute.
everything sucks. Huh?
Wait a minute.
That's
Hey, you wanna know what's
Fault.
funny? Y'all been saying equality the whole time, and the shit that's on the front of their jersey says equality. It's not the liberty, it's equality. All right, so we definitely finna give y'all this equal work, bitch. I want you to know. Don't ask for it, renege on it. I swear to God.
Don't ask
Ask
for
for
it
it,
and
ask
renege
for it,
on it.
renege on it. You played that spade, baby.
They threw that spade
Let's
down.
do that out there, baby.
Hey, all right. So back to the NBA basketball, bro. The playoffs, bro.
Alright.
So far, it's been we got the Thunder and the Timberwolves. OKC's up 2 games.
2.
And then you got the Pacers and the Knicks, and you got Indiana up 2 games.
I guess we should talk about the Indiana one since that was the game last night.
that was the game last
Fuck
night.
the Knicks.
That was the game last night. I mean,
Man,
You
them
said
boys-
Nick the Knicks.
I was giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Benefit
For
of the
sure.
doubt, but hey,
It's still fucking.
something I brought up in round 2 that they I don't know how they overcame, but it's finally biting them in the ass.
Jalen on defense.
Nope. I will get to that in a second, but because them niggas they 2 stars,
Man.
terrible. But Tibbs, the horrible coach, terrible coach.
Man.
He is the white Doc Rivers.
Hey,
He on
That's
that
what
list,
me and
the
you
white-
both said. That's what me and you both said about the series.
Yep. So.
Running his players into
He's
the
gonna
ground,
run into
man.
the
And
ground,
even
bro.
just the running into them too. He has terrible in-game adjustments. And then the running them into the ground thing. Now this really played a part into it. Why? I know he was balling and you gotta do your rotation how you do. But why the fuck did you play Mitchell Robinson in the first half? 16
Yeah.
consecutive minutes.
Yes. Cat played 28 total minutes.
Cat, sorry. So I ain't worried about Cat. I ain't worried about Cat.
He on the list too?
Yeah, he's officially on that list.
And we gonna
now.
get back to that in a
Yeah,
little
but
bit
we gonna
too.
get back to him in a second. It's the fact that
Like that way.
This is the nigga that's out here busting his ass. You know, Mitchell Robinson wasn't hustle players.
Yeah.
Like
Facts.
16
Yeah.
straight minutes, and he barely been playing
9
16 minutes a
offensive
game type
A game,
shit. So
yeah.
you gonna play this nigga 16 straight minutes and expect him to have any legs left when it came to the fourth quarter is beyond me. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking then. And then the bench Cat. I mean, Cat was playing terrible, but at some point, I understand you trying to get defense to stop, but y'all wasn't stopping niggas on defense, and your offense was looking shitty. OG
I could've went out there
Anunoby,
and
once again, no showed. I learned this from the Prize Picks with the Knicks. One of the wings is gonna show up. Or you just gotta figure out which wing is gonna put up 15, 16 points a game. Because the other wing, he ain't gonna do shit. If Miles Bridges putting up 15, 20 points, OG ain't doing a damn thing. And if OG putting up 10 points, Miles Bridges ain't did a damn thing that game. I swear to God. It's never together. They never both have a good game at the same time. And shout out to Jalen Brunson. You know, you averaging 40. But now we got to get to the crux of the situation. I'm gonna let them praise Indiana. I'm getting on the Knicks' ass because he said fuck the Knicks. I didn't say fuck the Knicks when I said Knicks are 6. I just said Knicks are 6. So I'm gonna give y'all the Knicks version of this because the Knicks been trash, terrible, horrible. Let me spark my backwood real quick.
Pathetic.
Hey, Backwood sponsor us.
Smooth, but ooh, yeah, them niggas, man, like that's how stressed out. Like I feel like a Knicks fan. I had to spark my backwood in the middle of talking about them niggas. It
Hey,
stressed
you
me
know
out.
they stressed, bro.
But
Stephen A. dropped video. That nigga
Shit,
was-
that nigga said,
I see one of them outside videos.
Yeah.
One of the videos, but you know they were talking to the fans outside.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah.
talking shit after they win. Yeah, I saw one after they was up with that bitch. That
They
somber.
stressed, bro.
They stressed
No,
for the
after
bitch.
game 2, I was like, oh, it's gonna be muggings in the street. Nigga, like,
Yeah, I remember you saying.
yeah, Knicks not.
And they
Knicks
agree
fans
with me.
not.
They want Tibbs gone. Tibbs, they hate you. You suck.
Nope.
You can't coach. But yeah, back to Jalen Brunson
Sheesh.
and Cat. Because this brings me back to game 1 when you had sent the infamous Miles Turner with the eyes text message at the beginning of that game.
the infamous.
Never said the infamous.
So he sent that text message because beginning of that game, Miles Turner come out what was like 4 for 4. Just
Bro, he had like 12 in the
14.
first quarter.
just cooking
14 in the
Cat
first half.
on the pick and roll every time.
Pick
He
and
just
pop.
wide open. I'm like, damn, Cat, play some defense.
You asking for a lot.
Well, you don't expect Miles Turner to be that kind of scoring threat,
The nigga
like
can
back
shoot.
to back. I know this, but that's not what they was accounting on.
So if you know this, somebody who ain't in the professional league have the game plan
But
against
I
this.
picked Pacers.
Here's the thing.
I picked Pacers.
They could have just been thinking how you was thinking about Miles Turner.
I think that nigga trash, but I'm not. If that nigga,
Exactly.
if that nigga that hit 2 buckets in a row, okay, all right, bet. Let me play some defense.
No, because you would still rather him be the one to score than anybody else.
Because he's still scoring.
And you gotta realize
I get what
he
you're saying. I
also
get what you're saying,
he
though.
started the game with 11 points in the first quarter, I think, or 12. He finished with 14,
Because they started playing defense. Actually, they put some real people on.
and they
them.
was up 20 in that game.
They
It was
feel
working.
me?
They just
What happened yesterday?
they fell apart
He scored
yesterday.
15.
Yesterday
he
in
scored-
fourth quarter,
He scored
he
what? 15,
started killing
14
them.
points in fourth quarter. And that's after they let Mr. Siakam go out there looking like Kobe.
Crazy, dog.
Yeah.
That shit had me so blue.
These niggas can't play no type of defense. How Halliburton only give you, 2 points in the first half,
Yeah,
7
didn't score
assists,
much.
and y'all still get y'all asses beat that bad.
So
Neesmith killed y'all in game 1.
Yep.
I don't see how y'all didn't start playing defense
20
on that
point fourth
nigga.
quarter.
Nigga had like
Unsung
5
hero of that
straight.
game is Andrew Nemhart as well. He made
5
big
straight
buckets down the
threes.
stretch. He had 10 points in the fourth
Cash
quarter.
my tickets. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. I love you. You feel me? But
But I love you.
what was the on-off rating for Jalen Brunson that
Okay, let
what-
me look at. Let me look.
for the bench
I got
versus
it.
the starters?
I got it.
You
A
talking
lot
about
to a little.
The one you sent in the chat. So it's whenever Brunson and whenever it's their starting 5
With Brunson
of
and
it's Jalen
Cat.
Brunson, Miles Bridges, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, Karl Anthony Towns, They have a defensive rating of 155.1.
Which means 1.5 points possession.
Yes.
Per possession.
Yes.
So every time that the Pacers go down the court,
They
they're
get a
guaranteed
point
to
and a half.
get at least a point.
Yeah.
They're guaranteed a point.
Yeah.
Might get two, but they're guaranteed a
In
point.
games, on
Just so you
on
know,
average,
people,
about
in,
100
for
possessions.
defensive rating, you want it to be lower is better. So 155 is really bad.
It's worse.
It's really bad.
If you
not
giving up a
understate
point
that,
every
yeah.
time
That
niggas go
shit-
down the court.
Whenever they sit Josh Hart and Cat for Deuce McBride and Mitchell Robinson, that defensive rating goes from 155.1 to 100 even.
100 each.
So it's
100
still,
even.
you still getting a point.
But
Yeah, but that's
That's not-
100 even in today's
but that's,
NBA
not, but that's not a guaranteed point.
right.
Like that's not
Yeah.
a guaranteed.
You're right. You're right.
1.5.
100
You
is
guaranteed.
100 is like the top
You
5
guaranteed.
defense in
Yeah.
today's NBA. Like,
Because it's
nah,
about
teams not
100.
doing
Because
that.
like Ellis said, it's about 100 possessions per game. So
Yeah. Also, just to mention this, because I know you're focusing on defense, but their offensive rating also gets better as well. It goes from a 112.2 to a 147.8. So it goes from a net rating of negative 42.9 to positive 47.8.
Now watch this. I
with
got,
those two
I got a
players.
question. As the coach, and you look at that, do you make adjustments?
yeah, Jacob
Yes.
Brunson passed the ball.
No.
No, that's the offensive rating I'm talking about right there.
Well, Brunson's still on the court with that offensive rating.
Oh, okay.
That's with
Offense.
Josh Hart and Cat sitting down
So do
for
you?
Deuce McBride and Mitchell
So it
Robinson.
sounds like there's a common denominator in the offense and the defense.
Yeah, Cat. You can't bench him though.
Why not?
You're your second best player.
Not even, not,
You
not,
start running
not
out
even-
offense, Jalen can't create all game. Who
not
you
even
going
that
to?
he's just your second best
Mikal
player.
not
It's
consistent
just that
enough?
y'all not a deep team, and then I just got on their ass about having Mitch Robinson play 16 straight.
That's the real problem.
so
So if we want to
I
talk,
mean, they had other bigs.
we can talk about the Pacers side of it now. The Pacers, the reason the Pacers are able to pull off these wins and they went through the Cavs the way they did is
playing
because
9
they trust everyone they play.
Yeah.
They play full 9-man rotations
Yep.
and they trust all of them. What?
Like,
No,
you go.
They trust all of them, man. They trust T.J. McConnell off the bench. They trust Obi Toppin off the bench. They trust Ben Mathurin. They trust Ben Shepherd got some PT last
Shout
night.
out Shep.
Night,
Shout
bro.
out Shep.
Like they trust all the guys they play, and the Knicks
Bryant.
have only trusted 5 or 6 all season. All season long it's been like that, and especially during these playoffs. And now it's like one or two of those guys aren't going. Like you said, OG's not really having a super series. I think he had 16 last night,
He's having
but
a horrible
it was like the quietest 16 you can have. You don't have another guy. You see what happened when Campaign come in. Campaign had one of the nastiest possessions I've seen in a long time.
He's so
in
sorry.
a playoff game.
He's so sorry.
And that's because you can't trust him to be in there. He ain't been getting run in those kind of spots. Not enough. So that's what made me. That's the reason I picked the Pacers when we picked the
That nigga
series is
suck.
because the Pacers run deep and they all play connected. They all know exactly how the Pacers want to play and they do it. They run they ass off. They gonna be running up and down the court. Knicks can't keep up with them in transition. You turn the ball over, they are running. You score a basket, they're running.
running, yeah.
You make a free throw, they're running. Like every time.
They get more fast breaks than they. It's not supposed to be fast breaks.
Right.
Like I see,
They don't count as fast break points, but they make it a fast break. Yes.
They get
And they've been doing that all throughout these playoffs, and then the clutchness of Hallie cannot be understated because game 1
What the Halliburton?
they were supposed to
What the-
lose, bro.
What the hell? He
Game 1 they were supposed to
You
lose,
got
and
Cal on your
Hallie,
team. That's what happens.
man, like he took that underrated shit to heart.
Thanks.
Like he really did, and he's been hooping his ass off since. I said that last week, and shit, I shouted him out last week for his clutchness. Another game tying or go ahead bucket in clutch time, and he tried to kill. He tried to take their fucking hearts.
I mean,
He really
And he had his toe on the line. He really tried to snatch their hearts
I mean,
through
we
the
thought
choke
he
sign.
And he double dribbled.
No, it got
Nah,
tipped by Mikal.
Yeah,
Mikal touched it.
yeah. It just you can't see it from that angle.
Yeah,
From front,
Mikal was behind him and touched it. But he had
he-
the open lane to take the layup himself. He had a cutter
He had
going
the
down the lane that was open. That nigga
Slide
said, "Nope,
Nope. I'm going back to the
I'm
3-point
retreating
line.
to the 3. I'm trying to kill New York." niggas the Green Goblin, bro.
Type shit.
He what Trey Young think he is?
I mean, so y'all
Shit, Trae Young did that to the Knicks too. Why you
Yeah,
playing?
but
That nigga said it's quiet as fuck in here.
Trey Young. He number one villain for New York, but he
He might be number two after these offs.
He's number 2 now.
After these
When
offs.
they come back and win, they ain't gonna worry about it.
Nah.
Nah, they still gonna remember that.
Nah,
No, they gonna
we
remember
talking
it,
New
but-
Yorkers.
We talking about New York.
That nigga hit the choke,
did hit the choke.
and he talk about he
That nigga
wasted
hit
it.
that hoe and immediately
It
turned
is
around.
good they won, bro. If they would have ended up losing OT, that'd be a bad look, bro.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
We all thought it was a 3 when it was
That's
happening,
why I can't say that
but
it
you
was
know
been a
how
bad
social
look.
media is, bro. Like they'd have been like, "Oh, Halliburton, he's celebrating early." You know how it is. And New Yorkers would have been on his
You thought it
ass.
was the 3, nigga.
New Yorkers would have just used that shit as fuel, to be honest.
The fuel for what?
Shit, for their hatred, nigga.
You know they
Fuck
the
they big
Pacers.
haters.
Big
These dogs, you know,
They
for
be mad
you
'cause they
know,
sorry.
Best believe I'm
You know,
upstairs.
how
How about they find some hatred in their defense? How about that? How about that?
Shit.
Yeah, how about find some hatred in the
The
Pacers
fans
offense and
can't
stop
play
it?
for the players. That's the thing, though.
Hey, shout out to the
Shit.
Pacers, man. Y'all two
Fuck
games
all
away
these
from the
niggas ain't
finals.
playing no
And y'all
defense
got
out
2
here.
games at home up next.
2 games at home.
Y'all take care of business. In game 3 is pretty much, y'all go up 3-0, it's over.
So Halliburton is modern day Reggie Miller.
Not in terms of play style,
Well, of course.
but
I mean,
he might be in terms of like who
Light
he is
skinned
as
nigga that talk
who
shit.
he is to the league. Like stats don't necessarily go super crazy,
I mean, he's a star, not a superstar.
right? Super
Same thing with
clutch,
Reggie Miller.
super clutch.
Clutch. Don't talk
About to
shit.
drag a team to. It looks like a team that no one really thought could make the finals. Might
Even though I
drag
don't know why
them to
people
the
didn't
finals.
think he can go to the finals. Niggas 45-16 since January.
And they was in the Eastern Conference Finals last year, and they brought back everybody.
Yeah.
That's probably the biggest thing about them as contenders. They're one of the few teams.
I mean, they made their trade.
That just-
They made their trade deadline.
right, and that gelled well enough for them to make the Conference Finals last year. So with another full season under their belt, yeah, I mean,
Yep.
they bound to be better.
And it looked like they could be in the finals.
Yes, it looks like it. They gotta take care of business.
They gotta
Series
finish,
isn't
yeah.
close to over.
They gotta
but-
finish it
they
out,
gotta
you know.
finish the job.
Yeah,
for sure,
but
for
it's,
sure.
it's looking
This
like
one feels more over than the other one to me.
I disagree.
And that's just because the Pacers went on the road and won both of them games.
Well, yeah, I see what you're saying in that aspect.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, losing 2 at home. is
Going
nasty,
down
bro.
0-2 and when you at home court, it's
It's really nasty,
Nasty.
bro.
Both of them.
yeah.
Cause Indiana gonna be fucking crazy.
Hey,
It's
rock
gonna
too.
be
And
loud
even
in
if
that
you
bitch.
go do what you're supposed to do and get a split, nigga, you still down
You
3-1.
down 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
You really gotta
Then
win
you gotta go
two
win at the crib.
You gotta
Another
win.
one on the road.
Yeah,
Then you
and
gotta come
win
back.
a game 7.
At home.
And
Where you don't feel safe if you up 20.
And like you said, there ain't no extra travel days. All these
Yeah.
games is
Back
2
to
days
back,
apart.
back to-
for
yeah,
the whole
every other day.
series. Both.
No,
so.
no 2 days off.
Ooh, good luck to that.
That's a good point. The two losses at home, bro. Is
Two
just
losses
so
at home is
fucking
tough.
gross, bro.
Very tough to overcome.
Game 1's the one. Game 1, you
Oh yeah,
can't
no,
lose
they
that.
had to win game one, like,
Oh.
no matter what.
And
There's
they went
another
to
stat we
overtime
wanted
to
to-
get extra. While you pull it up, and not only was it they should have won it in regulation
should've won
because
it
y'all was up by I want to say like 8 or 9.
And so
with like
14
50
with
seconds,
2:30 left. I don't give a fuck, but they was up now with 52 seconds.
52 seconds, right?
Yep.
And
Okay.
then by the time they got to overtime, like bro, come on, bro. If y'all don't win this fucking game,
So teams
Somebody had to get the team together and say,
Teams
hey, nigga,
were-
you're not fucking this up.
somebody.
teams were 0 and 1,414 when they trailed by 9 or more in the final minute of fourth quarter or overtime in a playoff game since 1998. Which that's as far back as it goes. We've been tracking the stats. They were
0?
0 and 1,414.
But people break records every day.
There's another stat.
Nope.
Teams leading playoff games by 14 or more in the final 2 minutes and 45 seconds of fourth quarters were 994 and 0.
Yep.
Now it's 994 and 1.
That's what I'm saying. People break records every day.
I mean, no, some historical things
right.
aren't supposed to happen.
This could be the
That
year
was-
we see a 3-0
That,
comeback.
that was a historical motherfucking collapse of
Fact.
historic proportions. It's something nobody's ever seen before in
That's
their
some New
life.
York shit, ain't it?
This
I was
could
saying,
this could be the year we see a 3-0 comeback.
It's people that's
It's happened in hockey. It's happened in baseball.
it's been people that I don't.
It's gonna happen
it's been-
eventually.
Eventually.
Celtics almost did it to the Heat a couple years ago.
Almost ain't good enough.
Yeah, I agree.
I ain't gonna lie.
It's gonna happen eventually.
I
And if
really hate that
anytime it-
series.
if any
I was
time it
locked
happens-
up during
Y'all-
that time. And so every time, because I missed Game 7 because I was locked up. So, you know, every
Y'all
time
supposed to
anybody
put it away
bring up
in
that
fault.
series, I get mad. I get mad. I'm like, man, fuck
Just bring back bad. Man.
bad memories like a
Bad memories.
motherfucker. Yeah.
That's tough.
Hey, New York,
Yeah.
backs against the wall, man. Do better.
What you gonna do?
I was a young whippersnapper back in the day. Don't go to jail, kids.
All right, on that note,
If you learn anything from me,
the Thunder
Yeah.
and the T-Wolves, man. We got OKC up 2 games.
2.
Going to Mini tonight.
Yep, finna go to Minnesota tonight.
What y'all think?
I mean, I know this is like obvious, but tonight is a very, very important game. And the reason why I say it like that is because this will really show if Minnesota can make this a series and or not. Even if they win, if they look shitty in the win, I'm still gonna be like,
Mm, I get it.
y'all niggas
Yeah.
might get gentlemen swept because tomorrow, I mean, the next game will come out, whoop y'all ass and whoop
Can
y'all
they go
ass
back at the
home.
crib? Yeah.
So it really depends.
They gotta win by 20, win by 5 type shit.
I ain't even saying that. Just look.
They have to look better.
Just look better. Look like y'all know what y'all doing. Like I've been saying, I said this in the previous series when they played Golden State and why I felt like Golden State could win if they can hold off the fact until Steph got back, but that they just didn't. I don't know. Jimmy decided to
Nice.
add himself to the you sorry list. So
Turn to the Draymond
you
Green
feel me? Then look, you know what?
on some Majin Buu shit.
Because it's crazy. He even pissed D Wade off. You pissed D Wade off. You have
I
done.
seen that.
Yeah, you
Him and
feel
Udonis
me?
was-
He pissed D Wade off. D Wade got to talk shit about it. Like, you fucked up for real now. Now, he'll come back to Dade County, nigga.
To Wayne County.
Wade County.
Wade County. Whatever you want to call it. Don't go
I
there.
see where your heart at.
Hey, you know my heart.
He said it last week.
No, I know. I
Got him with Jimmy
It's just
ass.
when
He said Pat Riley always right.
That nigga really had a whole moment.
And I
That's
proved
funny.
it. It was proven. But back to the Timberwolves. Yeah, their offense is very piss poor at times. I
Man.
will say, if I was Chris Finch, Rudy Gobert doesn't see the court no more this series at all. He's done nothing. He hasn't impacted enough on defense. And actually, his defense, the way he plays defense with the drop coverage and everything, he's been getting ate up by SGA and
Because he
Paul.
eats the space and
And
gets to that mid-range and it's automatic.
they've been killing them in
It's
that mid-range,
automatic,
bro. So like,
and I just shaved J-Dub too.
exactly. So get him off the court. If I was them,
Shit, Isaiah Hartenstein
and you might
killing
have
him
to,
in the
and you
mid-range.
might have to go ahead and pull one of them young bucks out, either Terry Shannon or Dillingham.
That was another reason why I was saying they would have been better off
But
playing against the goddamn Nuggets.
yeah, because Rudy could have stayed on the court. Rudy, you
Rudy
can't.
could've
You,
stayed on the court.
you gotta get off the court. So,
Bro, that's the story of his career, bro.
yeah, nah.
Hall of Famer, multiple defense
But
player
some
of the year,
matchups, he
and
just-
he get to the playoffs, and some matchups he
It's
just
just
gets
it's just terrible. for him.
destroyed, bro.
Now
Like, he
I
just
will
can't
say,
hang.
Ant, shout out to you. You saw what happened in game 1 and you came back game
Played-
2
he
and you
came out aggressive.
played your ass off.
And man,
You played your ass off. Now it's very unfortunate that when you decide to play your ass
Julius
off,
was
your
stinky.
sidekick decided that he wanted to turn into Miles Turner.
okay.
nah. Miles played better than that nigga. He played like ass
Hey.
game too. But shit. That's the thing. They need to play together. They need to play
Oh, yeah,
great at
yeah,
the same time. Because Julius had a great game one.
If they're going to
Yeah.
win, they're going to need 50 or 60 points between the two of them.
Yeah,
For sure.
You can't have Ant go for 32 and then Julius go for fucking 3.
yeah.
So or Julius go for 25 and Ant go for 18 type
Yeah.
shit. You need both of them to be on their shit like they would.
Especially when you got the
Especially
league
when you-
MVP on the other team and
And-
dropping
Well,
30.
no, especially when their bench has been bad. Their entire bench bad.
Dante
Yeah,
has
he
played
hasn't-
like shit.
Nas hasn't played well. He hasn't shot well.
You have shot like
yeah.
you don't know what the fuck you got going on,
And then-
just like your hairstyle. But
And then Nikhil Alexander Walker, he had like one little spurt in their last game. He had like a couple threes,
Yeah.
but outside of that,
that's why I said you go have to dust off the. If I know you ain't played them all year, but like fuck it, what else we got to lose? Season's gonna be over if we lose this game. Some young bucks. You gotta call them young bucks, bro.
I
You
told you,
drafted them niggas for a reason.
Put Dillingham in the game, man.
Or Shannon.
He not gonna get no run, but
Either one of them two.
I think
if you look at the problem, it's your offense right
I think
now.
if they lose
you
in
gonna
4
get
or
somebody
5, I
to-
think Chris Finch getting fired.
You gotta have somebody that's gonna put the work in and make some shit off the dribble right now. Cause it's the only nigga that can get off the dribble right now. And this is really what I want
Only
to say.
one.
Please, bro, cause this is why niggas need to get off Nicola's dick. It's like you can't post up against this team. You post up against this team, it's getting stripped.
He's getting stripped. Yeah, it's a turnover.
It's getting stripped. Alright, anybody.
Dog,
I don't
Lou Dort
know
had
how
a nasty strip on the inbound against, or on the catch against Julius. Bro, Julius caught the ball and went to turn and was already getting the hell knocked out. It was crazy.
Yep.
Like,
Them niggas are they have some very, very active hands.
Facts.
Like
they don't have any negative defenders.
nope.
Not one.
Not one negative.
Not one
I mean,
person. is
Isaiah
bad.
Jones is a negative defender, but that's why they ain't putting his ass on the court. You
Yeah.
see?
They play Casey
Yeah,
Wallace.
they say stop putting
Casey
his ass on the
Wallace
court.
getting in there, all energy on
They
defense.
said playoff time. My bad,
I ain't
Joe.
gonna
We
lie,
fuck with you.
yeah.
They don't have a bad
Best
defender, bro.
defense in the league, right?
They are the best defense in the league right now. So that's why it's gonna be very, very tough for them to have that type of game. But we will see what happens. You go back home. Hopefully you get better shot production at home out of not Julius, out of Dante DiVincenzo and Nas Reed. They got the home court behind them. They shoot better. They at the crib. They can sleep in their
Hopefully
bed.
Role players, baby.
Role
Play
play,
better
yeah,
at
role
home.
play better at home. The Thunder did what they were supposed to do. They were supposed to win them 2 games at home.
Yes, they were.
So y'all go home, handle y'all business. Like I said, the most positive thing is that Ant seemed to figure out his spots that he can hit in that defense. And
It's tough for him because it's like they're throwing bodies at him, they're clogging the lane, and he's making the right plays. He's passing it when he needs to, and they just can't hit shots.
Yep.
Like Nas Reed, I think started 1 for 10 from 3 for the series so far.
Yeah,
Like I said, Dante's
game
been
1,
playing
they
boo-boo.
went 11 from 39 on open threes.
Yeah, and they took 51
You
out of
took
their 80
51?
shots. 51 were
I ain't
threes.
gonna lie to you, that's disgusting.
That's nasty, bro.
Taking 53s and only getting 80 points is the most
Bro,
disgusting
it's
shit
nasty,
of all
dog.
time, bro.
No, I ain't gonna lie.
It's
That's-
nasty,
that's
bro.
a lot of threes.
It's way too many for
only
that
get
team.
80
Only
points.
80 points.
You couldn't even hit 100. You couldn't hit 90.
50 times 3 is 150.
I do want to
And that's
give
just if you made all of this.
the one T Wolf that's actually having a solid series, but he's always kind of like that. The not talked about person
Mike
with
The
them
OG?
is Jay McDaniels.
He's having a good series.
He's having a
and
good series,
Mike
man.
Conley is the only
Mike
one.
Conley's the-
having
he's
a-
the veteran.
He's the only one that's had a positive plus minus.
Yes, but because he's so old, shit, I bit my tongue. Because he's so
Oh,
old,
hurt.
he's not playing a whole lot of minutes.
And then it's like the offense can only is like the Rockets with Fred VanVleet. You take the point guard off the fucking court, and
It falls apart.
the niggas don't know how to play offense no more.
Facts.
And it's definitely been looking like
Still
that.
need a facilitator.
They still need somebody to get their people in the right spots. You don't want Ant to have to create all game because he still gonna play defense. That's one thing he gonna do. So he exerting energy on the defense end. So you don't want him to have to bring the ball up, set the offense up, go down there, play defense. You feel me? You gonna expect that nigga to die. Eventually. Or, I mean, if you want to be like Michael Jordan when he was back in the day shooting fucking 7 for 28, then hey, go ahead.
And that's
What
what
you
it's
do?
looking like.
Do what you do.
He looking like him.
Kobe too. That's why I knew you shoot so terrible back in the day. You do every goddamn thing. That nigga say I ain't giving a smush Parker. Don't you touch the ball.
Smush
Don't
Parker.
you touch the ball.
Now I ain't
nigga.
gonna lie, I wouldn't pass to a smush either.
Why would I?
That nigga name is Smush. I mean, shit. And only reason I
Smush.
feel a little, iffy about talking about it because I even though you soft as hell, but he done came out and said how they fucked him up mentally, how Kobe was.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you
I
5
remember
letters.
seeing that.
IDGAF.
That's why I say it's still kind of soft as hell because it's like, stop being a bitch. And that's
Smush.
and you feeling like that is why Kobe got your ass off the team because it's like your
Yeah,
feelings.
Nigga, you soft.
Brown
Soft.
ass nigga.
Charming.
You soft as hell. Steve Kerr out here punching Michael Jordan, you out here crying.
Getting punched by Michael Jordan. That nigga wasn't punching Michael.
What up?
Because he get cut. Fuck you, man. Hey, cut the fuck out of here. You punch
I
Michael
don't know. He
Jordan.
probably swung back.
He probably swore. He probably ain't laying.
I'm pretty sure they told that story during the Last Dance, and
I'm
he
not
ain't say,
gonna say
he ain't say shit about him.
because
Well,
you
that's
can't-
just the Last
because you
Dance.
can't say
That's
that.
Jordan
You can't
shit.
because he might have got Mike ass back, but ain't nobody gonna tell that
You ain't
part
gonna say
of the
that on the
story.
Last Dance.
Ain't nobody gonna tell that part of the
He
story.
gonna wait by another
Scotty would have
2
said
years.
something about
Nah,
that.
yeah.
Facts.
Scotty put that bitch in the book, and then Steve Kerr, he back door to knock this bitch.
He actually got that nigga black
I
eye.
really didn't tell you the real story, so let me get into
And you
chapter
know-
6.
Yeah, I was really there.
Yeah.
The thing about Scotty, like you was on the Last Dance, so all they crying about all this shit.
Bro,
He a different type of hater though. Like he a different type of hater.
Different.
Like why would
Why would
Anything else?
Instead of gay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, cancel me. Don't cancel me. I don't give a fuck. I'm still
He gonna
here.
lose his backwoods.
That's what I'm saying.
Nigga.
Hey,
Nigga said cancel me. The fuck? Cancel me.
No. No. This nigga here, bro.
Niggas, bro.
Hey, nigga say he gonna lose his back. But no. Just cause your wife was out here fucking them young niggas, you ain't gotta get mad at my
Why are we talking about Larson?
Mamas, sisters, daughters.
Hey, she said it was the
wives,
We was
COVID.
talking about. We ain't saying
She said
friends.
it
We
was
was talking
COVID.
about
Hey, she
T-Wolves.
blamed it on COVID.
She did.
She said she has COVID brain.
She said she had COVID brain. She said she was locked up and he was all on her body and da because she couldn't go nowhere.
So she went cougar status with another NBA player because of the
It was
COVID
COVID.
brain.
It was COVID brain. Yup.
Y'all think it's because she got the shot?
It might be. You know the shot. They make they gotta put a warning label on it now.
Sure do.
Yup.
Because you can't just go get them off the rip. No.
So the Thunder, I put it in the group chat. I think during game 1, their defense is just too good.
That was game 2.
That was game 2?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I was like, bro, their defense is just too good, bro. They go on legit 15-0 runs just strictly off defense.
Defense, yeah, that defense.
Yeah.
Like, they don't
defense
have
is
to.
hectic.
The reason Shea is able to play the point guard the way he does, where he's not a prototypical traditional point guard having to set up the offense every single possession, is because they create so much off their defense alone that he doesn't have to. He's able to focus mainly on scoring. Like, when you look at a lot of their half-court sets, and like they're running plays, a lot of times it's Dub handling the rock.
Yeah.
He's not even the one handling it and getting it set up. Like, a lot of times he's looking for a shot. Their defense is so crazy, and it reminded me these 2 games because in both game 1 and game 2, they went on these big runs in the third quarter. It was close throughout the entire first half. Game 1 they went into the halftime down 4. And in game 2, I think they went up
8.
Up 2.
No, they went up 8.
It was up 8.
Yeah, because
at that time?
they fucked up, and that's really what Minnesota lost the game because they was up 3. They went down. Shea hit a 3. They was up 6. They came down. Dante had the
Oh,
stupid
yeah,
ass illegal
that
screen,
turn.
and then they went down and got that motherfucking foul and
Yeah.
scored 2 more. So they wasn't supposed to go down 8.
But I want to say they got it back down a little bit to start the third, and then maybe like 3 minutes in is when it ballooned again. Either way, both of the big runs for the Thunder have been in the third quarters. It reminded me of the Warriors teams. Y'all remember the Warriors teams where throughout the first half it would be close, and then
I know
third quarter
take
hit,
off in the third
and they
quarter.
just
Up 20.
they up 20, bro. And it might not be the same way because the Warriors, even though those Warriors teams are underrated defensively, they were always a top 3 defense.
I mean, if we
They created it by their
we had to
shooting.
stop niggas.
Exactly.
Shit.
But they did a lot with their 3-point shooting. This Thunder team hasn't been taking a lot of threes. They've been killing from the mid range
Get the
in the
steal,
paint.
fast
Yes.
break, come back down mid range, get the paint.
I want to say they took 21 threes in this last game. Let me stat check myself.
While you look at that, I do just want to encourage, although this has nothing to do with them, the Rockets to go ahead and trade Jalen Green, because what this finals is going to show you is what happens when you trade a sorry ass player. Okay, so we gonna have the Pacers in the finals, right? You remember when they had Paul George, shipped his ass up out of there.
I mean, but really, Sabonis was the trash ass nigga.
No. They got him and developed him, and then traded him for Hallie.
But that was the trash nigga they got out of there. Sabonis
He wasn't trash at you.
Sabonis trash.
He
trash.
Okay.
He
We'll
soft
put
as
him
hell.
on the list. We'll put him on the list. And then on the other side, you got OKC.
Yeah.
Shit, Paul George, sorry ass.
That one you can say, yeah, they shipped Paul George sorry ass out of there. I give you that one.
And now both of them finna be in the finals.
The Thunder shot 9 for 33.
But shit, but look at
And
the
it's like they made 9
and the
threes.
Knicks.
That's
So
not
they
a lot.
both got
They
rid of
scored
sorry
118 points.
No, I know.
That's what I'm saying. That's not a lot. They haven't been killing from three. They've been killing from the midi, and it's been more than Shea's automatic from mid range. J Dub's been killing from midi. Isaiah Hartenstein, I also put that in the chat. I've seen he actually missed one this last game, but it was from the side.
A little float.
He was from the baseline. Every time he in front of the goal and he shoot that floater, that hoe's going in. Every time, bro. I don't think I've ever seen him miss it. Like
I seen him miss one.
inside the 3-point arc, bro, they're killing, and defensively they're killing, which is why, like, when you said earlier, and I wasn't thinking about the home away aspect, but like this series feels like it's pretty much over. Like you said, it's obvious tonight's an important game, but if they don't look like if Julius and Ant can't
60.
play well together,
Yeah, that's what I
And
said.
then
Both of them guys play with.
they could do that and still
about,
lose.
like Ant go for 40 and then you get like a 25 from Dante DiVincenzo type shit.
That's the
because
kind of shit
you're
you
not
need.
gonna take that on the road. You're not getting that from Dante on the road. So.
Yeah.
So and Nas gotta wake up, man. I feel like he's the real missing link for them. He was 6th man of the year last year. He was big in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, he's
He's not having a good
not
playoffs
there right now.
this year, especially with Rudy being unplayable. Like one of the T-Wolves' biggest strengths was their size. One of your bigs, your
Is
starting
unplayable.
center is
It's
unplayable.
unplayable.
But you had depth when it came to size. And if Nas isn't giving you shit offensively, Rudy can't give you shit defensively because he's not playing.
Can't give you shit offensively because he's just incapable.
He's the worst offensive player in the league.
He's fucking incapable.
We were just talking about he's a Hall of Famer.
The worst?
He's the worst. He can't
Alright, so
catch the ball.
Who wins in the layup contest? Him or Andrew Reese?
In a
You said he
layup
went to the
contest?
layup contest?
Contested layup contest, not open. I ain't even gonna say open.
Contested. I'm gonna give it to Rudy.
I'm gonna give it to Rudy.
Only
Just because he's still closer to the basket.
he's 7'2".
And Rudy
or
can dunk.
7'1".
I've seen Rudy dunk.
I'm talking layups. I ain't say dunk. I said layups. I ain't say.
Do they have to catch that hoe too?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm talking about post.
I don't know.
I'm talking feed the post.
Bro.
You gotta go over one shoulder and lay that bitch up.
Dog, I don't know.
They got a drop step.
Because Rudy's inability to catch the ball, bro, is fucking
I will
crazy.
say Angel Reese will have more attempts per possession at it. So
I ain't talking
her
about.
odds
you
would
get
be-
one. You get
Yes, what you don't get the rebound.
Yeah.
You get the rebound. I ain't
okay.
say you get your
You get
rebound.
just a shot.
Yeah, just a
Yeah,
shot.
it's a shot. Somebody guarding you.
Out of 10 times, I
Out
would
of
give
10.
Rudy 7, 6 or 7.
7.
6 or 7?
You out of pocket.
Are you
He
serious?
made 7 field goals in the game.
No, but he hasn't attempted.
Yes, he has.
I mean,
We can look up the stats.
why you do that? Yeah, go
We
ahead.
can look up the
Hey,
stats.
it's gonna be more than 0 for 8. It's gonna be more than 0 for 8, huh?
So
Hey, you gonna make at least one of them motherfuckers.
Rudy this last game was 2 for 5.
Okay, so if you
So
don't,
out of 10, that's 4.
That is true.
that's closer to 6 than 0.
Let's go to his last game. Let's go to when they scored 88 points.
Oh, that's disgusting.
He was 1 for 3.
Okay.
You multiply that by 3, that's 3 for 9.
3 for 9.
He's
He might hit the next one.
4 is
So 4 for 10.
So at this
That's
rate,
4.
at this rate, it looked like out of 10, where he giving us 4.
Okay, so even if he giving you
Let's
4,
Let's go to his last game.
That's what I'm saying.
And,
It might be- that's still more than-
those are including dunks, because it might be only dunks.
Okay,
That is
so
a
game
fact.
5 against the Warriors,
Yeah.
Rudy was 8 for 9.
Okay, so
on
like
average, it might, you know what I'm saying?
Then we gotta take. See, look, this don't count. 'Cause we gotta take the dunks out.
But in
Exactly.
order to do that, you would have to see how many dunks.
No,
you can
Rudy's
throw.
the worst offensive player in the league, bro. Rudy's the worst offensive player in the league. I'm taking Thanasis offensively over Rudy, bro. I'm so
At least
serious.
the Nash has got a dribble.
That's-
Did
I'm
y'all
so
see
serious,
his
bro.
Pre-game dribble.
Yes,
Rudy.
Yeah.
When
Nah,
he was
he was
doing his
doing it.
pre-game dribble routine.
He got
Oh.
a dribble routine?
John,
Why does he have a dribble routine?
Why does
That
he
was
have
the question, though. That was the question, though.
You need to be
Why
in
is
the
he doing this before the
paint doing
game?
your drop steps.
Or catching it.
that too. Well, you catch it into the drop step
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then 2 for 1 type of.
Yeah, nah, he was out there doing the dribble
I'm
routine.
gonna send.
Nah,
Let's
just
try to
show the
find it and
video.
send it in the group
Oh,
chat.
he already said that.
I'm gonna try to find it and send it.
I don't know,
Okay.
man. He got to do better.
Yeah, nah. So he out there working like he.
So on average, if you give him 4 out of 10, how many is Angel Reese hitting out of 10?
I'm gonna give him 2 out of 10. I'm gonna say at least 2 of them bitches was
All right, I
dunks.
found it.
2?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
send it
saying
in the group chat
these
right
two
now.
of
You
them
can watch that. It's not a long video.
Oh no! But then again, this is to your point. Who is defending him on those 10? If you got
And we got to shoot
Draymond or a defensive player of the
we got
year,
Wemby or somebody to guard that nigga. I'm going 0 for 10. He ain't putting no. It ain't no buckets.
nah, I'll give
Rudy's
2.
not catching the ball cleanly.
The only way I.
Half of the possession smoked because as soon as you throw the hell in, it's a turnover. So that's 5 layups, not even attempted.
Okay.
So he got 5 shots. He making 2. So I give him 2 out of 10.
3.
You throwing it to Rudy in the
She cooked
post?
her ass. That was the most embarrassing defense
Bro, I
I've
feel
ever seen.
like 3 is. I feel like 3 is a good number.
3 is a good number.
2. He was giving 4 for 10, including dunks.
3 is terrible. Even 3 is
I'm taking- I'm
terrible.
taking-
He's
I'm
a
taking
center.
It is
I'm
terrible.
not saying it's good.
He's 7'4".
He should be
I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying he getting 3.
2.
I'll give you 3.
I give you 3.
I'm taking 2.
2 shots in the dunk.
But that's why I'm saying he can't dunk.
Yeah, he said layups only.
So if you go get you take that dunk off, that's 2.
Alright, well fuck it. He getting 3
That's
then.
2.
Hey, fuck it. He
Hey,
getting
watch the
3.
dribble routine. I'll send it in the chat.
That's 2.
Yeah, it's in the group chat.
Like,
It's only
As a-
10 seconds.
As a
long.
7-footer, should you have a dribble routine in your pregame warm up?
If you could dribble,
Do you work on that shot? No. You're not doing that in the game.
You don't think so?
look, he already lost the ball. He couldn't even keep the ball.
But in that same token, you need to be working
What
on
is
it
he doing? Exactly.
so it can get better.
But Ellis, he's not doing that in the game at
you're not
all.
going
At
between-
no point is
Hey,
he dribbling
if he ever
between his
did that,
legs.
I
get what you're saying.
Are
I
you
get
ever
what you're
doing?
saying.
You ain't never
But-
done that before.
But
Just like 40 said.
for it,
You work.
but for
What if
it
you
to
ever shot
happen,
that shot?
What if you ever shot the?
for
Do you
it
work
to-
on that shot?
For it to happen, he would have to work on it.
It's
When
never
have you
gonna
worked that
happen.
shot?
If Rudy ever
hasn't
had
happened.
ball, I swear to God, if Rudy ever got the ball
Stop.
and went between the legs, the coaches called the timeout immediately and
Ellis,
taking him
bro.
You
out.
said if
Ellis,
ever,
bro.
he's been in the league over a decade.
I was just about to
bro.
say that. He's been
I
in
get
the
what
league
y'all
for how
saying.
long now?
I
And
get what
when
y'all
have you
saying.
ever looked at Rudy Gobert and said he's going to dribble
He's-
at any point in time?
You're not expecting it because he's not going to do it. You are correct. But I'm saying for it to happen in the game, he would have to practice it. Am I right?
Even if
practice that shit at the gym. Don't do that shit in
bro,
your pregame
Shaq
routine.
and Dwight,
when you're not
Shaq
finna
and
be doing
Dwight
that.
Howard used to practice their threes all the time.
And you
In
know
the
what's so
gym.
crazy? They can go not in the NBA game, but they can go knock that
Exactly.
jumper down.
In the
Exactly.
gym.
Exactly.
Not
When
on
Dwight Howard,
but it
when
was
Dwight
never
Howard
gonna
was on
happen in the game.
when Dwight Howard was on the Lakers, he was hitting corner threes and from top of the key at the end of his career, which means he had been working on those threes for almost more than 10 years.
And I bet you he did. I bet you he wasn't doing that on his pregame routine for 10 years.
You know
He's
what?
working on
You know
it.
where his time could be better spent? Practicing catching the ball.
Okay.
Just practice setting a screen, short roll, catching the ball.
Because if you get
Because he can't do that, and he get asked to do that
this
shit
is why I say,
all the time.
This is why I say he got to
He
be
probably
on the
practiced
bench.
on that too.
Because if he goes up and
He
tries
needs
to
to
set
practice
a
so that
screen,
he's wasting his time dribbling. He needs to practice that more.
When he go set the screen, nobody on the Thunder even look at his ass.
Bro, it's bad, bro.
Because you're not finna get this ball off this road.
I know you're not.
As soon as you touch it, we're ripping it. You suck.
Facts.
And the worst part is the argument for Rudy has always been, well, he's such a great defender. He's such a great defender.
Hey, your defense
He
is
can't
cooked.
play in this series because his defense is he's getting fucked over on defense.
Cooked.
Shea come
Every
off the
time he
screen
go
with
to the bench,
Ironheart.
that's what he be saying.
Yeah.
Shea come off the screen with Ironheart. Rudy play that drop coverage. Shea dribble his way, snake his way to a spot. Money
And
every time.
And you
from
want to
the
see,
bench.
and this is the,
You're right.
and that's the thing about it. They take that's it, you can go you he does that against Luka. He don't do that dumb shit. He get up there and guard Luka. So is it because he think Luka too slow? And
Yes.
the black nigga's about to just burn
probably
his
is.
stupid
Because you
ass.
gotta think about it. From Rudy's perspective, he thinking, well, they might all of them faster than me. I got a longer stride step, so I can take those 2 steps, 3 steps to the goal.
No, you can't.
On Luka because he's slower.
Well, yeah,
That's why most of Luka's good possessions on Rudy is a step back.
true.
Facts.
Now, to your point, when guards more
When you got an
more
SGA.
agile guards are in front of him, you ain't staying in front of them.
Yeah.
Because then they got that step back and they can blow body
Yeah.
or hit
They're
the
too
midi.
shifty.
If you get
They're
to
just
you
too
know what I'm saying?
shifty.
Yeah.
And that nigga, he
can't-
slow feet don't eat.
Well, I will
Hey,
say,
you do need to go
yeah,
sit down.
I will say, if he did get up on SGA, that is dinner time. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, you get it, bomb.
Yeah.
Slow feet don't eat. And that
Barbecue
starts-
Or it's gonna be one of the backdoor lobs that they can throw to Chet or J Dub or Isaiah Hartenstein.
That's true. That's true.
This is why you need Nas Reed to wake up so you can get
Yep,
get
that's
Rudy
exactly why,
sorry
bro.
ass off the court.
Nas is the missing link, bro.
It's crazy. We get here. This thing gets a conceptual. We get here every year. This just never changes. It's just certain.
Every time.
It's just funny. It's just like certain players. Like I know it,
Kill 'em.
they've showed us. They've showed us who they were multiple times, and it's just not. It's never unsurprising.
Maybe he
to
just-
I always believe. I believe what I see.
Maybe he just don't like hooping in May.
No, it's those point guards that can handle the ball and score. Kill him.
No,
because they
Kill him.
it'd be like
Luka,
and they would
James,
show you no matter
Shaq.
what they're gonna come back and shit. Because it's this other podcast I watch, and they got this Knicks fan on there, and he was like, you know, Julius Randle, you know, he's showing out this shit, and then the other dude on the podcast was telling him like, hey, don't give him his problems yet, because you know him, and he's eventually going to do what Julius Randle does. And the Knicks fan was like, nah, he's been showing that he's the best number 2 in the league. Da 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 da. He was
I
like-
remember hearing that
and he
too.
was like, okay, I'm trying to give you a chance to jump off that tape right now. If you want to stand on it, just know Julius Randle is going to show his
Well,
head
in
in,
thi-
this series.
In this sense, he only had one bad game. The first game, what he didn't. He
but
didn't.
he,
have a bad
he only
game.
had a good half. The second half, he got locked down.
Touche.
So maybe they didn't figure it out.
That's true.
One,
Yeah.
Huge.
He
trade
had
back somehow.
21 in the first half.
20. Yeah, 20 in the first half.
So yeah, you're right.
You ain't breaking out, nigga. You ain't in the waters.
Too easy.
I have my dogs in his kennel.
Hey,
Just for everybody that don't
hey, he
know.
tried. Hey, whatever I'm talking about. This is sport I need to be watching.
The AVP league, huh? The
This
American Volleyball
I ain't gonna lie, they kinda-
Professionals.
I mean, this
Hey,
ain't kinda what you
bro.
mean.
I'm finna go look up that. I'm finna go look up that. Hold on.
Time out. Don't talk about me. Well, he was
These
the one
niggas
with the
start
shot that
watching
was.
fucking beach volleyball.
Bro, I was
Like,
trying to.
everybody
I was trying to downplay it. You know what? He started making a big deal. I'm sure it's like.
Yeah,
I mean,
I ain't the one who called him fine. I just said.
I tried to downplay it, and you blew it out of proportion. Kinda. Oh, what you talking about? Like, man,
I just said this is what I need to be watching.
who that is? That's
I mean,
the
if we was going to acknowledge that they fired, we might well go all out there. There ain't no time to play with.
Oh, that's Melissa
Hey, bro.
right there.
But Melissa, I guarantee
Yeah,
you that's
Melissa
not her name.
Humana.
Bro, are you
yeah,
looking at the roster?
hey.
That's the Palm Beach Passion. Yeah, Palm, look at it.
We
She
got
got
to know what we talking about.
Come on, now
we
she
got
got
to know
that
what we talking
tattoo
about.
right
That's
up on
real
that
sports
She's
right there.
She's an ace. She's an
Hey,
ace.
oh,
I
she,
just
yeah,
need y'all to
yeah,
know
yeah.
that.
She be the one who be serving. All right, bet.
Correct. And they're
Bet.
playing.
Me and her got a lot of comments.
And they're playing against the Brooklyn Blaze. Speaking of having a lot in common, huh? Yeah. What?
Hey, y'all done?
Oh, Julia.
I never
Julia
said-
Donlin
I can be
is
a
their
server.
ace. I know. And Lexi Dittenberg. So yeah.
Oh yeah,
Nigga
okay.
said, I want you to do it on camera. I want you to go to jail.
Shout out to Melissa. She just got
Melissa.
a point. You just shout
Melissa fine. I ain't gonna lie. With the little
Alright,
tattoo right there,
yeah.
and she got
Oh,
one on
Alright,
the
man.
side.
So Melissa is
They
a
both
bitch.
fine, I ain't
So we
gonna
go. So we root for Palm
We
Beach.
rooting for Palm
We
Beach.
root for Palm Beach.
Yeah,
All right,
Palm
Palm Beach
Beach.
on the comeback. All right,
Yeah,
man.
all
All
right.
right, back to basketball. Let's go.
Alright, y'all done?
Yeah,
yeah,
we
yeah,
done. We
yeah.
done.
Alright.
Y'all done or y'all finished?
I just had to make sure y'all was finished.
What's her name?
See?
That's on Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's
She got a
Ace.
wedgie.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, next topic.
That's Lexi Dittenberg.
I mean, we say we was giving equality to women's sport, so we gonna talk about this volleyball.
Come on now.
They on TV.
Next topic.
They on CBS.
Oh, Jesus.
You know what I mean? You gotta be on CBS.
Hey, look. So let's get back to basketball, bro.
Shit,
So-
they can dunk on me, goddamn.
AVP
it.
League.
I'ma
We'll be
ask
tuned
y'all.
in now.
I'm gonna ask y'all the question. I want y'all to just give me an answer. Pick a
Respect.
team. Give me an answer.
Respect.
Right? So
I mean, you can get why you picked that team.
yeah,
Don't
you know,
just like
just,
give me
give
a
your
ass
perspective on the question.
Tight shit.
So out of all the teams,
Y'all can comment y'all team too.
Yeah, for sure. Drop.
Yeah, do that.
Drop a comment on whatever team y'all want to talk about in the comments. We'll get back to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Chop it up in the comments. So out of all the teams eliminated so far in the playoffs, take a team and just give me what you think their plan should be for next year. Out of all the teams eliminated.
Oh
Ooh, I'm gonna go last.
Bet. I mean, you kind of already said what you said when you said earlier when you talking about the Rockets and trade Jalen Green. Sorry ass.
Facts.
That's,
He
but
did.
that's,
He
that-
already started that.
I got another team, but that's the whole. Yeah, that's get his ass out of here. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Fuck him.
Fuck.
Send his ass to the Knicks, so I can just hate the whole.
Send him to the Knicks. Who you gonna take back?
I ain't even thought that far yet. Just.
Cause I know you don't want none of them sorry ass wings they got.
I mean.
If you want a nigga that's gonna show up every other night, you already got that.
Yeah, you right.
You already
We
got
need to
that.
score. Yeah. You know what I did see? Which I'm not in agreement with, but I did see that, which is like a fan made thing. Trading for Tyler Hero, adding some picks and sending his ass to Miami.
Boy, hell no.
That's what I said.
You keep that nigga. Boy,
Fuck no.
I would
That's what
never
I
in my
said.
life.
We need a score, man.
Hero like
'cause
that. And I don't think Jalen Green about that.
He not.
He ain't about that. So.
Oh, and Amin got beef. Amin slinging.
Yeah, they
Tyler
got
Hero
beef
every
with each
time
other.
he-
Yeah,
so
they
that's-
them two about to box it out.
That
so.
shit ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, nah, that ain't gonna work.
That ain't gonna happen. Who y'all got?
I can get Jaime though. Yeah,
I'll take Jaime
Yeah, get some
and
big-
something else, but I'll
you
take
know,
Jaime.
Houston, you know, home of the
Jaime
Mexicans.
and Khalil.
Hell
That'll be it.
I'll say
No.
mine. I'll say my piece.
Go ahead. Let me know.
You not get Khalil where?
Bucks. I feel like what they need to do is just go ahead and ship Giannis somewhere
Yeah.
That's what you think they move should be?
Yeah.
That's their own.
I mean,
and try to get as much collateral as you can.
okay.
Pull a OKC.
That sounds fine. My counter to that is we have Giannis.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Tatum's hurt next
How
year.
my shit ring and it's on Do Not Disturb?
We don't know what the
Who is we?
It's none of them.
The Bucks.
Okay.
Yeah, the Bucks. Yeah.
You speaking from the Bucks?
Yeah, speaking from the Bucks perspective.
I thought
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
talking about the Heat.
No. Leave us alone. We not talking about. So I'm just saying to counteract to Giannis
Yeah.
that they should trade. Yeah. So like we have Giannis. Jason Tatum's hurt. The Cavs are. They might end up trading some things this offseason. We don't know. And if they run it back, I'm not scared of them. Probably got to do something so we can do something against the Pacers. But we have Giannis. And this is a relatively sorry-ass Eastern Conference. We make a couple moves here and there around the edges.
Celtics missing their best
That's
player
what I'm saying. Yeah.
now. Cavs just lost in 5 to the same team we lost in 5 to.
Yeah, I mean, I see that. I see where you're going with it.
Keep
But-
that nigga and say, hey, nigga, be the best player in the league.
Okay. Now
All right, so
LeBron better than a sorry-ass Eastern Conference.
Here's my question to counter that. When you were saying, okay, get some more pieces to,
We're gonna have to find somebody that won't.
smooth out the edges.
That won't.
What are those moves?
We're gonna have to figure out somebody that's,
Kuzma.
Well, I don't know.
Another year with the team.
I mean, I don't know.
No, he on the list too. He's sorry.
He's sorry as hell too.
Sorry
But
as hell.
Kuzma,
That's why I turned and looked at you.
Cool.
Bro, come on now.
I mean, the real move they
We talking
got.
about moves to get a ring.
The real move they got.
He got a ring.
The real move they gotta make. They not gonna make because they already paying 2 other coaches. But the real move they gotta make is get rid of Doc Rivers.
Step one, huh?
Hey, I feel you.
That's
I
really-
feel you.
that's
They should
real.
just go hire Adrian Griffin back.
Because you not getting the chip with him.
I
And
feel you.
speaking of Doc Rivers, I was watching the Steph Curry documentary last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is really, it really like caught me off guard, threw me off, and because they was talking about, his first time in his freshman year when they went to the tournament, they played Michigan State, and Dale was like, yeah, and I ran into Doc Rivers because Doc Rivers come see his son play, and I was like, hold on, wait, timeout. I know it was Georgetown. I was like, why ain't nobody ever talk about this son?
Who's? Doc Rivers?
Doc's.
I ain't even know the name.
Exactly.
He got another son?
That played at Georgetown.
Is it-
Hey, you only
Oh, I
know
know. I know Austin. I knew Austin. I didn't know about the other
See, everybody only know about Austin. Exactly.
Yeah, too.
Exactly.
Who is this?
one.
That played at Georgetown.
He ain't make the
When?
league, did he?
When he played with Roy Hibbert.
Roy Hibbert.
Exactly.
Jeremiah.
Exactly.
What the hell?
Jeremiah Rivers?
Nigga ain't never heard of this nigga.
Never heard that man name a day in my life.
And you know what's so crazy? For you to be Doc Rivers' son and a nigga ain't never heard of you.
But he was obviously good enough to go to fucking
mean-
Georgetown
Obviously, yeah.
But
at that
We know,
time.
hey, think about it. We know about Frank Gore Jr. and he went to Southern Miss.
come on now. Yes.
But that's
So-
my point.
I know.
Clay Thompson got a brother.
I know him
Yeah, I
because he
know
played
him.
for the Red Sox too. But he was on the Dodgers. It was kind of hard not to know him. If he was on the Rockets his whole life, then we probably would have never heard of Trace.
I know about Jackson Mahomes.
And that's because TikTok.
How you know about Jackson?
That's because that nigga's a
weirdo.
criminal.
Both of y'all are correct. Both of y'all are 100%. You know, family Feud. That motherfucker.
But hey, speaking of Family Feud, y'all want Family Feud, man.
We're talking about our team.
Hey, we need to try to
We do need to try to
We
turn
supposed
it
to have
on.
an after-hour
Look, I just
segment
wanna
for
say-
this shit kind of shit.
Well, I know
It's
it
all
is
good.
after
We at the hour mark right
It
now.
is after hour.
Well, we still got actual. Okay.
But I mean, we here.
That nigga said we
I
up.
always
Fuck
say
it.
that when we get there.
Yep. Hey, fuck the rest of the topic.
Nah, it ain't fucking
No, we gonna bring him up too.
But it's like we here. We
Well,
do
one more
need to. We do
topic
need to
anyway.
get on Family Feud. But what do y'all be thinking when y'all be saying some of these answers on this show?
When it's time, sometimes you don't.
Bro, I swear for
You don't.
God, they be saying the dumbest shit, nigga.
They do. They do.
And I see why. And Steve Harvey is the perfect host because it's like
But you ain't nothing to study. These ain't
It
like
ain't
it ain't no
nothing
study
to study,
book.
it's a survey.
It's a random
Yeah.
survey, so you don't know the
At
question.
times I get stuck and I'll be like, I don't know what I would say at this particular
Oh,
time.
you would say that rather than just say some bullshit.
But yeah, cause they be, bruh.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It makes me very. A lot of the times it be black folk.
Uh,
And it really be.
what's the percentage? About
I
87%.
be like, man.
Niggas just randomly said a
About
number. This
80%
nigga
of
looked
the
up
time.
and said, 87.
No, my math. It was
Is
my
he-
math. It was.
Is either
calculated.
Bill? Is either?
Yeah,
Is either
calculated.
nah, I would say
It was buffering.
I would say during my marathon it was about 50% black.
Marathon.
Yeah,
You
'cause
know,
I
they
went-
do got the
I
family
You went on a, you went on a family feud.
On the
marathon.
business,
Because
Well, you don't change the channel once it's
Yeah,
on.
once it go, once that bitch go, you hit that motherfucker.
That's true.
Hey, tell me you getting older without telling me you got. This nigga out here
I know.
watching family
I know,
feud
I know.
marathon.
Steve keep it spicy though.
They do.
That's that daytime television, bro.
Sometimes
Nigga, what?
that's what I be saying. Sometimes you got because sometimes the answers do get to that point where I be sitting that motherfucker dying. Cause Steve be dying. Nigga just see me having the same reaction like
Nigga, you said what?
what?
You
He
said
be having to reread the question to the niggas like, did you hear what the fuck I just said?
Some of the people do be a little slow.
They do.
Some.
And I believe some
I
of
mean,
them
maybe they just.
I believe some of
maybe
them
they just
families
get nervous about being on camera.
that too, but I believe some of them families be bringing their slow cousin on there on purpose because they know it's only one strike. They know it's only one strike.
They can live with the one.
Yeah.
Let auntie come through and
Yeah,
get some
you
more
feel
points.
me?
Just so you can be here for participation
Exactly.
and be part of the family. That
Ain't
do
gonna
make
be-
sense because you do want to make sure that you keep that one person that's in the family close in. You
And
don't want
Steve,
him
and
to
I ain't gonna lie,
feel
Steve
like
on
outside.
one episode he did say y'all do need to bring one of them with you because sometimes on them surveys niggas just do be saying off the wall ass
So
shit.
if we went up there, who
And
would
you
be
gotta-
our fifth member? Who would be that fifth member?
The off the wall cousin for the pod? Is that what we talking about?
Yeah.
Let me see
I'm
what
gonna
I
really say,
first.
I'm gonna really say
Yeah.
minutes, and we gonna be honest with you.
That's who you was
Just
gonna say?
because that nigga saying some off the wall shit, he's been known for his lifetime to say some
in the
wild
sense of saying
shit.
some off the wall.
But
Yeah.
in terms of the slow cousin, I can't give you that. I don't know.
I would say Andre if I still fuck with him.
But yeah,
Oh, well,
No. No, in terms of the slow
If you
cousin,
ain't fucking with him, we ain't fucking with him.
yeah,
then. No, I don't know.
Oh no, well, now I know where you're going with this.
Who?
Now I know where you're going with this.
Who you talking about?
No. Now I
pointing
know
at you.
where you
He pointing at you.
Oh, you
He
pointing
pointing
I
at
know where you're
you.
going with this.
Where I'm going?
And he will say some off the wall ass shit. But that's because that's his sports take. I don't know if it's.
I knew where he was going with it immediately.
Shout out to my dog.
Hey, yeah, I caught on to that shot. I know you going with this.
In the sports world, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, I would take that nigga on Jeopardy. But,
Oh,
but
yeah.
Family Feud.
Yeah. You know if they did? What if they did just a sports only
So
Family Feud? Like you can
Well,
ask
yeah.
questions sports
Yeah, of
related.
course.
Are baseball
we should
players
do that.
athletes?
We should do
Hey.
that.
Our baseball players.
Which professional athletes are not actually athletes? Baseball players.
It's gonna be first on.
Of the 100 people that we surveyed,
Nobody said
baseball.
And that's what. And that's if when Steve goes look at his ass, what he say that shit?
Baseball.
Nigga, what?
I said non-athletes. You got
Yeah.
badminton. You got
You got fencing.
fencing. You got no baseball.
Baseball. And that be the thing too. They be so serious too. Niggas be like, "It's on there, Steve.
It's on there.
It's on there, Steve.
It's right.
Watch. It's been come on
And he
there,
should be
Steve."
like baseball.
That nigga said, name something that goes after the word pork. That nigga said, you pine. That nigga said, you pine.
Hey, that's a point though. Hey,
Fucking
yeah.
That was not a damn point.
That was not up there.
That was not up there, nigga.
Hey, he get a point for being
Nigga could have
creative.
said chop. Nigga
Hey,
should have said loin.
Pine is funny as fuck.
You named something that
Nigga said you pine.
Nah, you know which one got me when the dude when he asked him how you know it's going something about being a bad wedding or do you know the wedding gonna be off, and the dude had an accent. He said when there's no pasta.
When it was no pasta. Yeah, when you know the wedding going wrong. And but he was saying pasta, but he couldn't pronounce right. It was a foreign nigga.
So he said
Oh,
pasta.
Because Steve
Someone
was like,
said no pasta.
he was like, what? He was like, no pasta. No pasta. He was like, huh?
They had to correct him.
They had to spell
They
it out.
said no. He said no. The preacher.
The preacher. And he was
said,
like, oh, and he started dying. That nigga
The
Steve.
pastor. Yes, the pasta.
No,
No pasta. It's like, you hungry motherfucker.
He said no. They eat at the repast. I mean, not at the repast. At the
He was saying-
at the reception.
He was like, no, the wedding.
No, the wedding.
The wedding.
Yes. No pasta.
No pasta.
And he's sitting there smiling too. No pasta.
Yeah.
That was
And
up
he
there.
meant
Huh?
it. It was, yeah.
Preacher.
Yeah, that was up
To
there.
him, he was saying it right.
He for sure was saying it right.
But hey man, if
Oh,
you the
man.
Bucks, I wouldn't trade Giannis.
I would.
Back to that.
I would. Get him out.
I'm about to say, I ain't said shit yet about this topic.
So
The team I was gonna talk about,
he gave us his answer and then it just went left after we said Doc Rivers and it went way left.
I'll keep my answer brief on the team that I'm picking and what they should do. Clippers, tear it down.
Whoa.
Hey, well, I didn't expect that, but yep, I didn't
Clippers.
expect the Clippers answer.
Clippers, tear it down. man.
Really?
It's done.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of.
It's done, bro.
I mean, I agree. If
You relying on playoff James Harden?
James Harden, he got to
And
go.
Kawhi's past his prime at this point.
James got. I mean, if we gonna keep Kawhi, but we gonna have to bring somebody that's a younger side.
Yep.
Because
That could be the number one at this
We
point.
coming off Norman Powell. He had the hottest heat on
Tyrese
the
Maxey.
Yeah.
and he in his 30s.
Because you just got Zubac coming off a career year.
Yeah.
So you keep
He's gonna
Zubac.
be expensive.
Yeah.
If you wanna, you gotta tear like what y'all doing right now. It's not working.
Yeah,
Tear it down.
you gotta keep Zubac. And you gotta keep Kawhi.
Humana Paradas. That's right.
Everything else,
Everything else can go.
get out of here.
Yeah.
That's
I
if
agree.
so.
I agree with that.
That's who I
I
picked because
definitely agree with that.
because they were the 5 seed, so they probably had reason to think like, oh, we got hope. In reality, they didn't have.
They thought about it.
They had a little hope. They was in Game 7 against.
And you relying on playoff James Harden and past his prime Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, so.
Past this prom.
Yeah, man,
I mean, he's past the
unfortunately.
prime.
Yeah, it is,
He gonna
but-
give you a 38
He ain't got
every other two
past the
games,
prime.
but he ain't gonna.
Well, you know, I'm just happy he played the whole
And
series.
he's just
bro.
happy. So now we'll see if he comes back next year. He got a full offseason of actually being able to work out instead of rehabbing.
Yeah.
And we'll see what next year brings us. But we're not gonna sit here.
And we're not gonna act like he 2019 Kawhi
Yeah,
Leonard.
we're not finna rely on Kawhi to come back and lead us to the promised land.
2019.
That's when they won the Raptors won the ship.
Could he come back and average 29?
No.
29 points,
Yeah.
29
game?
minutes, maybe.
27.
Wow.
20, yeah, especially because they, at this point, he's going to be on the regiment.
That's what I'm saying. If he played the whole season, I can see him averaging 29, 30 minutes. That'd be really good for Kawhi.
29, 30 minutes.
Bro, like, let's talk. Bro, this is the reality of Kawhi Leonard,
He's going to
bro.
give you 22 to 25 points.
Oh,
That's the reality of Kawhi today. I
if
love
you gonna-
Kawhi, bro,
But
but
if you
that's
gonna
what
want
he is
Kawhi
as
to
a
be the
player
best
now.
version of Kawhi when the playoffs
You-
come,
you can't play
you're
him
not
36 minutes
you're
a
not putting
game.
that load on him
36 is.
in the beginning of the season.
For an 82-game season?
Yeah, you're not putting that
Can't
load
do
on
that
him.
shit.
Nah.
I hear what you're saying, but I don't even feel like 36 is stretching it for a starter. Like, I get what you're saying,
during the regular season.
That's stretching.
36 is.
That's stretching it.
Yeah.
Niggas not averaging 36 minutes a game. No more.
Yeah, I think you. Am I tripping?
You think
I
about
think you are, bro.
they calling you Tibbs if you play a nigga.
No,
to the
Tibbs is in the 40s.
Look,
that nigga
nah,
different.
I'm gonna look it up. Not
In the
during the regular
playoffs.
season. Yeah, in the
Regular
playoffs.
season, them niggas was.
Look, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna
Look at
see.
the top
I'm gonna see who
league
led the
minutes.
league in minutes a game.
It's a few niggas in there. Check out the Knicks. So we ain't talking about them.
No, yeah, Knicks excluded.
So number one in minutes per game this season was Tyrese Maxey at 37.7.
Oh damn, maybe I am
Yeah, so
tripping.
30
Number two is KD at 36.5. Number 3, 4, 5, and 6 were all tied at 36.1. It was De'Aaron Fox, Jamal Murray, Damian Lillard, Kyrie Irving.
But
Yeah.
all those are your number one players of those teams.
But Kawhi's not
Or
coming.
maybe number two, depending on the
But
team.
Kawhi, we not putting Kawhi
putting
in.
Kawhi through that.
And no, they're not.
And
I said Jamal Murray.
and Dame averaging
Number one
36
or number
minutes.
two of that
Probably
team?
why he tore his
Oh, you said
motherfucking-
number one, number two.
Yeah, like the not
And
either
again,
the star or one of the
but
stars.
yeah, like Kawhi's not doing that, bro.
Yeah,
like,
we not
But
putting
that's
that
what I'm saying.
stress-
After he comes back from, to
we
your
not
point,
putting that
off
stress- we not putting that
season,
stress on his knees.
healthy.
But that's why we
Because
did
he's
it,
not
because
getting younger.
We gonna do what
He
we
not.
did last.
You
We
are
gonna do what
correct,
we
but
do
KD
last
ain't
year to
getting
get him
younger.
healthy. Well, what kept it? And KD keep getting his ass hurt.
That is true. That is true.
like I'm gonna see how many
And we
minutes.
talking about the Suns.
I'm gonna see how many minutes Jokic averaged per
They
game.
were getting their ass with a lot of these games.
Exactly.
He was right at
So, yeah.
36.
He had to play.
You said who is that? 36.
Jokic.
And he can't come off the court.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, 36 on Kawhi is crazy.
So y'all saying 30 minutes a
alright, yeah,
game?
break it down for the Clippers. I agree with that.
Okay.
Okay.
So who was your other team? Because we got you off. When you
It was
said-
gonna be the Bucks.
the Bucks. Oh, you was gonna do the Bucks as
I was
well.
gonna do the same shit, man. Just blow it up.
Just blow it up.
I mean, even after hearing your, the sense that you made as far as trying to keep them together, the East being weak, you got people being hurt.
I can see. I can see you trying that for like another year.
Yeah,
And that's the
maybe
thing. If you don't
two,
do it next year,
but
you
it's
still
like,
gonna have to do
you
it.
still gonna have to do that.
Yeah.
You still gonna have to do that.
So you might as well do it now while he's younger.
I mean, what
Probably
if
worth
he
more.
just wants to retire a book? You never know. Just
If
keep
he-
him his whole career. You ain't got
You know,
to trade him.
what's crazy? He can say that now, and then closer to the end of the year, just leave on some bullshit and just be like, "Well, I changed my mind."
Well, I think
you don't want to be in that. particular,
obviously none of us
team.
I think obviously none of us know Giannis, but I would think that he would look at Dame and be like, maybe I do want to stay in Milwaukee. Because Dame was loyal his whole career.
Yeah, Dame probably
and
said
he
that
finally
nigga,
left and everything's been bad ever since.
They ain't probably saying nigga.
I mean, it ain't been no worse than it was over there.
Yeah, but at least he was home and loyal and somewhere he
Yo,
was
nigga.
his whole career. The grass ain't always greener.
And he found out the hard way.
And
It's
at
a lot
least
of people-
Giannis got the ring
a
in
lot of
Milwaukee.
people have found out the hard way. Shit.
I would think he would look at Dame and be like I'm sure they've had the conversation.
Ain't sure been right
Hey,
since for KD since he left Golden State.
You know, do you have any regrets about leaving Portland? Because at the end of the day, even though whatever was going on in Portland, they wasn't winning. He's beloved in Portland.
For sure.
Like that's his city.
For sure.
Like,
D Wade regretted leaving Miami.
yeah. Them Chicago days is fucking nasty.
Well, the Chicago
Yeah.
days wasn't that nasty. They made the playoffs.
It wasn't-
And
it wasn't
and
that
if Rondo didn't get hurt, they was been fucking around and win that round. But when he went to Cleveland,
Oh yeah,
absolutely
the
disgusting.
Cleveland days.
The number
Absolutely
nine, number
disgusting.
9 D Wade.
Yeah, Cleveland, absolutely
If
disgusting.
anybody out there, I was a
That
number
Bulls
9
team was
D Wade
actually
yeah,
jersey
Bulls team was
from,
kind of nice.
from
Him,
Cavs.
Jimmy
and
and
Rondo.
Rondo, yeah.
Yeah. Rondo don't break his head in that first round. They fuck around, upset them niggas. But hey, okay. So all right. So he went Clippers. Y'all went double
Bucks.
Bucks. Well, I guess I get him the Rockets too.
Rockets.
Yeah, you feel me?
We got one more topic, right?
I'ma go with the Heat.
6:36.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Heat.
The Heat.
Yep.
What they need to do?
Get rid of Bam.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yep. This year was his year to step up, and with
He
Jimmy
did not
gone,
step up
and
this season.
and after the Olympics, we've seen everybody else from the Olympics take another step.
No cap though.
And
Let's speak on it. Everybody
and
else,
from the Olympics took another step, and
even the niggas that wasn't playing.
exactly. And I didn't see it's not even that I didn't see an improvement, because you could have improved. It's just the fact that you didn't take that step of being more aggressive in terms of being a scorer. If you didn't do it with this opportunity, with damn near being the best player on the team and the number 1 or number 2 option each night, and still only going out there and put up 16 points a game,
Nasty,
it's
bro.
not going.
It's nasty. Him not getting the 20 points a game. Is
Exactly.
fucking gross.
You're never going to become that person, I believe, It's just not in your game. You don't want to be that type of scorer. And with that being said, there's no need to be on the Heat.
So you trading him
Yeah, I'm
for picks, players?
We can break
What
it
are
down.
you thinking?
I would definitely go picks though. We got a young nucleus. Because I believe within the next 2 years, clearly, where it's better than what Bam is.
that nigga nice. I
That
ain't gonna lie.
nigga is nice.
You got to hone his skill a little bit more, but obviously that's part of being in the league.
Mhm.
But yeah, he nice. He nice for sure.
Yeah.
So
And then you obviously got Hero.
he's still young as fuck.
You got
Okay.
y'all got another. Thank you. What's his name again?
Jaime.
Jaime. But he nice.
He
He's
had
not
a bad season.
inconsistent.
He had a bad
He
season.
did have a bad season, but he's still
he
nice.
wasn't getting in the rotation. 'Cause we spoke about why he wasn't getting
They
in the
also
rotation.
count on Jovic.
Yeah.
So
Jovic and
Nikola
and
Jovic.
Duncan Robinson there now and
yeah, we
again.
get rid of him out. Get
I
rid
might
of
say
him too.
Duncan out of there, I think.
Yeah, so get Bam and Duncan out of there, and I believe you take that, and then I believe that'll get you to where you trying to go.
And Mike can get you Giannis with some picks
If he only wants to go to Miami.
type shit.
Right. Speaking of Giannis, before we get out of here, we got one last question for you guys, man. Who are y'all taking all time, man? KG or Giannis?
Alrighty.
Crazy question, man.
What's your answer?
Yeah. What's your
Yeah.
pick?
Crazy question.
Yeah, you.
You said it's a crazy
It gotta
question.
be Giannis, bro.
Ah man, we just gonna stick with Giannis forever.
I gotta stick with him, bro.
He's a
I
Giannis
gotta
guy.
stick with him.
I'm gonna have to not sadly, but I'm gonna have to agree. Giannis.
Sadly,
Giannis he's one of those ones. He's right now he's the second best power forward of all time.
what?
I wouldn't say all that.
Why not?
They tripping 40.
You niggas said second best power forward of all time? Giannis?
TBD.
Who's better?
Then Giannis?
Yeah.
I'm putting Dirk above Giannis.
So you would take Dirk
Dirk probably
before
number
Giannis,
3 or 4.
but you wouldn't take KG,
KG over
before
Giannis.
Giannis. Because I'm taking KG.
I take
before
KG over Dirk.
I'm taking Dirk for KG.
I see. Okay, let's break it down. I see where everybody thinking, right? Okay, I'm in agreement with y'all too. I just got Giannis right over them too, but I got to their point. I got KG over Dirk.
I mean, hey, teach his own, man.
Right. So how many more power forwards is better than Giannis? If that's my question, then.
All right, because my answer,
Who's
wow.
gonna be KG?
While Giannis has a very, very extremely compelling debate for this, and I know people like when you get comparing, generations and shit like that, this is always one crux that comes into the argument.
Tight.
I believe if you put KG in this era, prime KG, he's definitely able to do what Giannis does. Add on the fact that he's definitely gonna have a 3-point shot because his mid range was nasty. So he's gonna have a 3-point.
He was the king of 1 foot in.
Yeah.
He
That
was
was
standing
good.
at the 3-point
But that
line.
was before analytics. So
He
analytics,
right
they gonna
inside
make
the
his ass get. They gonna say, "Step your ass
This nigga
back
has
there,
the record
one
for
back."
the longest
2-pointers in the world.
two-pointers. And then he has a whole collage of them bitches. He'll be
Yeah.
right there. Give me more.
Right
give me
by
more.
the line, bro.
I said, bro, ain't no way.
But even if I'm taking that jumper and consistency at the free throw line, because they both gonna give me defense, great defense.
two of the only 5 people to win MVP and Defensive
So
Player
you know
of
what
the
I'm
Year.
saying? He's an
Just wanna throw
MVP.
that out
He's an
there.
MVP
Giannis in
player.
that same year though.
And won another
MVP. as
MVP.
well.
Yep.
But like I said, if you put KG in this era without having to go against all the bigs he had to go against at his time, and the freedom to be able to dribble the ball up the court and playmaking shit, because I know y'all seen the 101 video at the USA camp where he cooked and everybody just do going down the court, boom boom, bucket on you, board, and by boom boom, come
He
down,
was
bucket
dominant.
on you.
That was young KG.
Touche.
Yeah.
He's like 23.
Exactly. So I feel if you put him in this generation where he has that freedom to do that,
But
it's
if
not.
it feels a fifth,
man,
we'd all
I
be
gotta
drunk.
say if, but that's why
My only thing about that, I guess maybe just the last couple, because obviously we haven't seen it with
we
Giannis.
haven't seen the end of Giannis. But I mean, but KG went 21 years though.
Respect,
21.
you right, but them
21.
last couple, I just
And Giannis already has more first team All NBAs than
21. Cause he ain't competing with Dirk, Tim Duncan, and all the rest of them.
I mean,
Well, he still
with.
got competition.
He still competing with who
Who the power
he
forward he compete with?
LeBron, past
get
couple
about it,
years
LeBron.
has been, because it's not just power forward.
It's the bigs.
forward.
It's the bigs.
It's four. Yeah.
It's three bigs,
It's Jokic, Giannis, Embiid.
and those are gonna get the first team every year.
Okay, KG has 9 All NBA teams, period, and Giannis has 8 right now.
Okay.
And I don't even know if that's updated because
'Cause he just
He
made
just
another
won 1-9, so
he
we
just,
give him
he
9.
just made another one, so we'll give him 9.
I'm still
so
taking
it's,
KG.
nah, it's
So
still
even if he never
at
made
that
it back
point.
again,
He's got more MVPs. They both got a depoy.
I mean, if we going off of that, then LeBron better than Michael Jordan.
yeah.
Bro, I'm just throwing some stats out there so people can
You know what?
can
Contextualize.
hear the-
I ain't even gonna get there
Put
with you
context
because
to
you
it.
said what you just said, and all our podcast that will come that.
No, this is a 2-hour episode.
I'm gonna let you make it.
By the way, Giannis averages 24, 10, and 5, and KG averages 17, 10, and 3.
I mean,
throughout
we
their
gotta
career.
take off the.
So I'm just throwing it
What my boy said, the last
throwing it out
4-5 years, we averaging 4-5 points a game.
That's his fault. That's his fault.
Ah man. And another thing too, Giannis
Same
has shown
fault.
he's gotten better every year.
I agree.
And
I think the
To this point,
differentiator
yeah.
for me is when KG was the man in Minnesota. He spent 12 years in Minnesota, and they made it past the first round one time.
They did. Well,
That's tough for me.
it's
Latrell
still-
Sprewell.
I understand the West he played
And
in.
not
I
even just
get
the
it.
West. He had a dumb organization that got caught trying to pay somebody under the table and then got all that
I get
discipline
it.
they got.
I get it. I get it.
And
But
to
to me-
it was fucking Joe Smith. Joe Smith.
to me, playoffs.
You risk your organization for Joe Smith.
That's such a
To me, playoff performances
Never mind.
They
matter.
matter. You're
And
right.
Giannis has been. He had his struggles early on when it came to Toronto and Miami. They built the wall to stop Giannis. He got past that over that hump, and ever since, even when they don't have deep runs, he's been an absolute
I mean,
monster
I'm
in
gonna
the
get out the
playoffs.
first round again.
I agree. That's gonna matter.
3 years.
That's gonna matter. But 2 of them he was hurt.
Yeah, I'm just
One of them he missed completely. And this past season, like this playoff series
He
they
lost his
lost,
running mate.
he lost his run mate, and he was a
Right.
monster.
What's gonna be the excuse next year?
We'll see when
Game won't be there next year either.
All right,
But
Russell Westbrook.
I think just because of that, I would have to go
Next year they gonna sign.
because of the playoffs.
It's gonna be Russell and Giannis. That's gonna be the ugliest mid-range.
I do think KG's third though. Having him below Dirk.
is wild, but I understand why though.
Dirk
Dirk is 4.
That
in my
because
opinion.
you gotta think about it. Because I don't know if this is why you're saying Dirk is over him. 2011 was nasty, dog.
It was a crazy run.
2011 was
the whole
nasty.
playoff
Yeah,
run, not just the
nasty.
finals. That whole playoff
It was
run,
nasty.
he knocked off the defending
I
champion
watched
Lakers.
that.
He knocked off the
really
young
watched
Thunder.
that.
He
It was
was. I think
nasty.
they won. They lost 3 games that
Hey,
whole.
was it the Grizzlies, the other team they beat?
I think it was Grizzlies first round.
No.
They swept the Lakers.
No, Lakers
and
was first round. I think.
No,
Lakers was
Lakers was second round. They
Second
swept the
round.
Lakers in the second round.
The first
And
round.
then
The first round was the Blazers.
Blazers. You're right. You're right.
Brandon
you're
Roy,
right.
Brandon
LaMarcus Aldridge.
Roy, LaMarcus Aldridge.
Man, they
Yeah.
lucky my niggas.
Yeah, you're right. Then it was the Lakers.
Then it was the
They swept
Lakers.
the
Then it
Lakers.
was OKC.
Then it was OKC, and then
And then
And
OKC
then they played the
got
Heat.
him
We
out of
said Philly. We said Philly the other podcast, but it's Portland. Brandon
Oh, what the
Roy,
hell,
Greg,
No.
Sam
It's still
Bowie.
it's still Philly.
What?
They can. There's an argument. I see what you're saying, but God, that Philly boy, because we like you said, we missed Markel.
Love y'all.
All right. Thank y'all for tuning in for
For
another
sure.
episode.
Like.
Talk that talk. We talk that
Like,
talk and walk that
comment,
walk.
share, subscribe.
Like, comment, share, subscribe, please. Thank y'all for the support.
Yes,
we will
we
catch
love y'all.
y'all on the next episode.
Peace.
Out.
This nigga stood up.